Hello to everyone. As usual, glad that I'm recording this speaking practice video. And today is Friday, and Friday is usually the day when I when I don't want to do anything. I just want to rest because as it works for me, from Monday to Friday, in a Monday, I'm very productive. I'm full of desire to learn, to study, and I almost not rest on the Monday. And then when we come to Friday, my productivity goes down a little. I mean, like to the Friday where I can do only a little work, and most of the time I want to rest. Yes, but this is normal. I think it works for everyone in this way. Like you starting at the beginning of the week with full bar of energy, and to the end of the week you have less energy, or at least you have more desire to rest and recreate somehow. Yes, from your usual routine tasks. And the same for me. But in spite of that, in spite of the fact that I am probably not very keen on recording this practice video now, as I always said, is this is important. There is no a question of what I want to do. This is a question of what I need to do to achieve what I want to achieve. Yes. In the simple words, I just do what requires to improve my English skills because English for me it's a very important language now because um, thanks to this language I'll be able to get a job that provides me with the opportunity to uh, make my life much more better, engaging and interesting than now. Yes, it's like a necessary step for me to get an English proficiency, to get a job, and to in order to continue building my life as a full-grown adult. Yes, that's how I see it, and that's why now I'm recording this speaking practice video. Okay, so this is a speaking practice video number 59. Very good, very good. Almost 60, yes, because I want to remind you that my goal until the end of this year, get 100 speaking practice video done. Done. And I almost already get 60. And this is a good result. So let's continue moving on. This is objective. So, as usual, I ask ChatGPT questions, 10 questions from B1 to C1 level, similar to how it uh, happens in IELTS speaking practice exam. In order to, not only practice speaking, but also preparing myself step by step gradually to the final IELTS speaking exam test. So let's start without further ado. Sorry for a lot of for talk before the start. Not for talk, but yes, for talk before the start. Before the start, and let's answer the questions. Question number one. Do you enjoy cooking or do you prefer eating out? Why? Okay. Do I enjoy cooking or do I prefer eating out? Uh, in spite of my preparations, now I mostly can eat only at home. So that's why I'm master myself. Not actually master, but I enhanced my cooking skill uh, efficient or sufficient enough to cook just delicious, simple, healthy meals for myself. Yes. So I could warrant, I can warrant that I'm cooking deliciously. It's absolutely suitable for my needs, and that's why I'm not very often think about eating out because I can cook myself whatever I want, and it would be very delicious and more cheaper. Yes, more economical. Not cheaper, but economical. Okay, cool. Next question. How often do you exercise, and what kind of physical activity do you prefer? I exercise, I could say, 3 times a week. The first exercise is usually the hard one. I mean, with my working weight, with barbell, with a complex of exercises that target usually one group of muscles like chest, legs, or back. And usually this training takes 3 hours. Yes, this is a hard training. Yes, one hard training in the week that takes 3 hours on the target muscle group. Then I do one. Then I do second more easy. Yes, easy training somewhere in between 45 minutes to hour. And I usually target some additional muscle groups like neck, ABS, or wrists or shoulders. Yes, so something like that. Some additional muscle groups. And I split these additional muscle groups for two last training in the week. I mean, the second one probably might be neck or ABS, and the third one might be shoulders or wrists. It depends on how I feel myself and what muscle group are well rested. Yes, or ready to work out. Yes, because the rest, I'm taking the rest very seriously because I think um, I'm not think that I have an experience when I try to train despite of how my body feels. I mean, if I still was tired from the previous training, I pushed myself to do another one and another one, and I start noticing that I start simply burnt out fully, and I can't, and I don't want to train, and um, I start burnt out to the point where I don't want train anymore, and this is not the right way. This is not the right approach. Training should be balanced and being able to maintain for years, for 10 years, 20 years, for a length of the life. Yes, trainings should be possible to maintain. So I decided to, stop watching motivational videos, stop watching how other people train, how often I mean, and do it in my own rhythm, in my own tempo, in my own pace. Just and I find out that for me the best way to train is one hard training on the week and two easy trainings. Yes, that's how I give my body the opportunity and the possibility to rest very well and to restore and rebuild muscles or muscle tissues that was damaged. Yes, in this way, I'm feeling that I'm progressing, I'm feeling myself very well, and I don't burn out from the training. Yes, so this is my approach to it. The question number three: If you could instantly become an expert in any hobby, what would it be? Uh, usually, I used to say that it would be English language or other language that I'm learning. But now I understand that I can manage English on my own. It just takes it. It's sometimes very funny. Sometimes it's a little bit boring, but most of the times it's very funny. It's very funny, fancy activity that I like to do. Yes, it's became a absolutely authentic uh, way of living for me by studying languages. So I do I wouldn't wish for becoming instantly an expert in English because I like to. I it's not. It's a way how I like living now. How I love living now. What would I really prefer instantly to become an expert is 3D animation, because 3D animation it's a difficult skill to learn. It requires a lot of time, a lot of focus, and sometimes a lot of willpower to put yourself into this studying, because it's not so it not goes as easy as English for me. So the animation really drains a lot of my mental resources when I'm studying it. When I'm studying it. Yes. And because of these skills, because of this is a hard skill, because these skills requires a lot of efforts to get to the at least middle level in the skill, middle level proficiency. I would love to become an expert in it instantly. But of course, this is a second conditional, and this is not possible in real life. And that's actually why these professions, the animation, worth so much in the world now, because it's a really hard, difficult skills to achieve, and it takes even more um, uh, difficulty and effort and really lifetime investing in the skills in order to become professional in it. It's really something that you have to learn for decades or even more in order to become an advanced professional in animation. And even after that, your skills not limited by it. It's um, it's a creative profession where you might, and you need to create something new every time when you do it. So there is a lot of work. There is a lot of work, a lot of possibilities, capabilities required, and it only needs time and discipline and focus to invest in it in order to be able to make something good or even great in this field, in order to create something great. Yes, that was my answer. Okay, part 2, Q card, B2 C1 level. Describe a person who has inspired you. You should say who this person is, how you know them, and what kind of person they are, and explain how they have influenced you. Okay. Recently, I start looking up to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant isn't living now. I mean, he is. It was a tragedy. It was a very bad accident during the helicopter flight that took his life, and now we only have his interviews, his old games that he played, and through the interviews, I discover I acquainted I acquaint I acquainted myself with his mentality of how this person thinks and how this person handle life and sport and how he see it. Yes, what his outlook on it, on progress, on life, on work, and on the sport. And I find out that his mentality is very appealing to me. He's not about overwork. He's not about pushing hard through something for a limited period of time. He's about creating the routines that you will be able to maintain for decades, for for a very long periods of times. Yes, and this routine should will make you better and better with every hour that you invest in it. A very simple example, he's been talking about how he plans his workday. So because of his sport, because of his professional basketball player, He splits his days in four trainings. Not very long, just 2 hour sessions. Then he take a break for 2 hours, and then he make another 2 hour session. In this way, he do a lot of exercising daily, and because of the equal rest, he can maintain this routine for decades, for years, and he's been doing it actually, and that's what is made, and that is what made him one of the best players in NBA. His routine and his approach to this routine. It's not a hard work. Yeah, of course it's a hard work, but it's also a smart work. It's a balanced work mostly. His work he will work in hard, but also he will rest in hard, and he balanced his work life time, and that is what allowed him to succeed. Yes, and consistency. He always been talking about consistency. That consistency is the key to mastery the profession or the skill. Consistency and focus and ability. Yes, consistency. Yes, basically consistency. And it really applies to me because I've been thinking before in a similar way, that in order to, as and I've said it many times in my videos, that if you want to get good in some skill, especially I've been given as an instance the English, that you can't learn English in one day, you can't learn English in 1 month, and 3 months, or even in a year, you can't learn English. In order to become better in this language, in order to succeed in understanding it, and continue improving yourself constantly, you need to accept the fact that you will learn this language for decades. So you need to create a routine that will allow you to learn English, not if not daily, but day after day at least. Yes, you need to uh, you need to use this language. You need to think in this language. You need to watch content in this language. You need to live in this language in order to make it a part of your skill set. You need to live through this language. And in with this approach, I've been studying for, and with this approach, I thought this approach helps me to create routine that I've been maintaining for this 2.5 years. And thanks to this approach, thanks to this routine, I didn't give up. I didn't stop. I understand that my progress is very slow because I'm doing it by my own, but at least I have progress. I have progress, gradual progress, because I'm doing it daily, or day after day, or week after week, because I also learning another language, the Polish language, simultaneously. So I split in usually my studying routines. 1 week English, the next week Polish, and repeat it. Yes, cycling it. But still, this routine helps me to get to the level where I am, and I'm not stopping on it. I'm continue studying, I'm continue practicing, even if I know that my English not perfect yet, or probably it's never gonna be perfect. But I still, but at least I see how it progresses, how much more I understand now compared to the when I only started learning it. How much more I can do now. I can read, I can speak, I can write, I can express myself, I can interact with this language, with other people. Yes, I am capable of doing it now, and I'm continue doing it because there is no finish for me now. The job isn't done yet, so I'm continue doing it gradually, consistently, and that what brings me that what brought me results, and that what will bring me result in the future. Uh it's an unstoppable an unstoppable elevator, let's say. It's an unstoppable elevator of progress. And that's what Kobe Bryant understands too, and that's why it's very appealing to me, his approach to this. But I think he's more disciplined person than I am. I usually give myself a bit of slack, you know. For example, if I feel myself not very well for studying, I can, spend time on something else, can play video games or something like that. That's actually what Kobe Bryant wouldn't do. Kobe Bryant was fully dedicated to his goal, to his training. I'm also dedicated, but I'm a little less disciplined sometimes. But I still working on my discipline because I understand that discipline is the same skill as a language. Yes, you need to do it consistently, step by step, gradually, and you will improve your ability to focus and ability to be disciplined just by doing it. Yes, doing it consistently. Yes, and that was my answer on part two, Q card. How it I and how have influenced you. It makes me a little bit more motivated, and it gives me a little more self belief that I'm doing the right things by building the slow, probably, but gradual and constant process of uh, learning and yes, learning and studying. Probably slow, but constant and but slow but consistent and gradual in approach. Yes, probably I will achieve my results not so fast as other English learners or other people who learn the same skills, but eventually I will achieve it. Uh, but eventually, probably a little bit later, but still, I will achieve it because I do the job. That's what's important. Yes, that's how it influenced me. It gives me more motivation, understanding, and self belief that I'm doing the right thing. Or the right, not the right thing, but but I have a right approach to studying. Yes, I get affirmation. That's what I get. That's what I get. That's what I got. Affirmation. Okay, and now we move to the part three discussion questions. C1 level. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to sip a little bit of water because the throat is a little dry after 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 consistent speaking. But okay, I'm ready to answer on the next questions. Okay, question number four. Why do you think role models are important in people's lives? Because um, because we are okay. It might be sound rough a little, but we are animals, and we are social animals, and this is scientifically proven fact. You can't deny it. We are animals and social animals, and we are studying. We are studying as an animals by copying what uh, by copying what people around us do or what people that we admire do. We instinctively looking for a role models and we learn from them how to behave. Yes, it's absolutely natural, instinctive process for our species. And as a child, you start from your family. As you grown up, you're probably looking for other people to study from, for other role models. And this is how it works, simply. And there is nothing else to say. I already expressed the point very clearly. This is our instinctive behavior, how our psychic works. Uh, the question number five. The question number five. If celebrities acted more responsibly, what effect might it have on young people? Mm, okay, cool. Cool question. If celebrities acted more responsibly, what effect might it have on young people? In this case, I think we're talking about teenagers because young adults, like 27 and higher, they usually not taking just celebrities or popularity as something that, something that something that proves the fact that this is people a good role model or something like that. No, celebrity just celebrities for us. Popular people, usually people who do the jobs that gets to them a lot of attentions, like actors, but they are still people, yes, and people are different. We understand it. So we not blindly follow celebrities. It's actually suitable and tend for teenagers. Yes, teenagers usually only growing up as a person as a personality, so they usually looking for someone who popular and who have a lot of, I don't know, subscribers, for example, or a lot of attention from a community. And teenagers, of course, looking on them and try to copy them, absolutely authentically, on an instinct level, as I already explained it. That's how our psychic work, the mirroring. And if celebrities, and back to question, if celebrities acted more responsibly, it will, it might affect the young people in a better way because, as I explained, the teenagers usually looking up to celebrities, and if celebrities behave virtuous, good, and decent, so the childrens, the teenagers would copy that way of behaving, and this is a good example of it. Yes. So in this case, yes, surely, if celebrities acted more responsibly, it will affect young people in a more positive way. Always, it's a fact. Yes. The next question: do you think fame always brings happiness? Why or why not? I can't judge because I simply don't know what fame is. But I read a book. I read a book of already how to say it? Sorry, I need to Google this word. I want to use it. Not deceived, but demised. Yes, demise. Okay, how we say demise? Adjective. Okay, demised. Okay, let's use the word demised. Deceased. Deceased. Yes. Yes, deceased. Correct. Word. And I read the book of deceased actor Matthew Perry, who played a role of who played the role of Chandler in The Friends. Yes, and he wrote in this book that he thought that the fame will bring happiness to him. That if he will be very famous, it will make his life very happy, and he wouldn't feel himself sad and depressed all the time. Yes, because Matthew had problems. Matthew had problems. He was depressed and he was an happy person. So he thought that fame will bring it. Will bring it to him. But as the time proved, when he got his fame, it's all from his book. Yes, he wrote it. That when he got the fame, it didn't bring happiness to him. It just make him famous and make things easier for him. Yes, like for a famous person, but it's really didn't fulfill him. Yes. So my answer on it is no, according to the experience of Matthew Perry. Fame do not make you fame do not brings you happiness, not fulfill you, but it makes your life easier in a way. And this is my answer. Question number 7. How does social media influence the kind of people we admire? Uh why how could I know? Yes, how could I really know? I I don't know how social media influence the kind of people we admire because they should to explain it. They have this experience. I don't have. I really don't know. Probably it creates more pressure on them because many people are looking for him. Many people are following him. Many people are watching what they're doing, and it creates pressure, of course, or pressure on them of what they are saying on public, how they behave in public, and you know things like that. Because you can be accepted or you can be very easily cancelled, especially in American culture. You can be very easily cancelled and deprived from the society by your by the words that you say, by the way how you behave. But more often it happens of you can be cancelled if you express unpopular opinion, for example, or if you express the thing that are controversial uh, and goes opposite to the public opinion or something like that. You can be very easily cancelled. So this is a pressure on these people. Sometimes they have to put masks on themselves just in order to live in this environment of popularity in social media. This is how I see it. This is how I suppose and assume. I don't know how it is uh, in reality or for sure because I don't have the experience. I can't say because I don't have the experience. Okay, the question number 8. The question number 8. If people stopped comparing themselves to other online, if people stopped comparing themselves to other online, what might change in society? Very good question. And a lot of influencers, a lot of motivational speakers or motivational coaches usually say this phrase that do not compare yourself to others. Do not compare yourself to others, blah blah blah. Of course, this is the right thought. This is the right approach in life. You shouldn't compare. Yeah, I agree with that. You shouldn't compare yourself to others because different people, different problems, different people, different achievements. You don't know what person we don't want through what exactly person got through in order to got what it has. You don't know it. You don't know it. Probably, it was a lot of suffering, a lot of work, a lot of things that people don't see in the social media. Yes, but exactly that things gave this person the success. Yes, or admiration, or or uh, professionalism in the field where the person works. So that's why you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. But there is a hidden trick, a hidden deceive, I could say, because as I explained, we are simply wired to look for other people, to learn from other people, and to mirror their behavior. That's how we learn. We as an uh, we as an animals learn. Yes, this is absolutely authentic and natural process to us for us to learn. So we simply can't compare. Yes, the right answer would be we shouldn't compare, but we should look for the other persons that we admire in order to learn from them. Yes, in this way it will work very well. So not compare, but uh, learn and uh, uh, do not compare, but look up to and learn if you really want to, if you really want to adapt some behavior patterns or ideas or values from other person. Just learn. Do not compare, just learn. Always keep in mind that you have your unique situation, your unique environment, and your unique approach to it. Yes, your unique challenges. So there is no, there is why you shouldn't compare yourself to other. It's usually a toxic trait. And if people stop comparing themselves to other online, what might change in society? I don't know. I think society just will become more mature and less toxic. Yes, and in any cases, I think the wise people, the people with experience, and the people who understand that comparing in a toxic way don't have any benefits from them, they just simply don't do it and feeling themselves absolutely comfortable in their life. Yes, and that's how I doing it, and that's how many people that I know doing it. It's just a adult approach to it, but we understand that in order to learn something, we need to look what person do and try to adapt it for ourselves. We do not compare, but we are eager to learn from something more successful that we are. That's how we approach it, the adult grounded approach, and that is my opinion. The question number 9: how can education help children develop confidence instead of imitation? What? How can education help children develop confidence instead of imitation? You mean education in school, in university, or education by parents? Okay, let's say that we're talking about education in school. I think there is no need to in if it in a school matter there is no need for some coach mindset, personal development training at all. There is no need for that. This is garbage. In my in my opinion, this is a garbage. A garbage that scam. Yes, this is the way how some people just earn money on or on from a less confident in itself people. Yes, that's not we are not taking that. But in order to help children develop confidence in the school, you the system, the teachers, the person who works at school should treat children with respect, should teach them. Yes, school in a case make children more confident in their own skills in themselves. You the school shouldn't the teaching progress and the school shouldn't be toxic. And toxic I mean in a way of punishing, mocking, uh, creating unhealthy toxic comparison between children's, healthy and toxic rivalry between children's. Yes, just simply teach them, help them to elaborate their skills, educate them, yes, control them, and educate them how to behave properly, how to behave with respect, and how to demand respect from other side. Yes, how to just say school should teach and should show that show to children how uh, elaborate, how yes, how simply create and elaborate the adequate healthy relations between people in different social situations. Yes, in this case it will affect children's very good because From my school experience, I mostly have only toxic approaches. The toxic approaches of diminishing, of mocking up, of creating unhealthy environment to study, of creating um, hostile environment. Yes, so I simply didn't see school as something useful for me, as something pleasant. School for me was a prison because I really didn't like this place because this place was hostile to me, because the system and the teachers failed to create this safety, healthy, respectful, productive environment for the children, for the children. Yes, and this is actually my answer: how to help children develop confidence in themselves. Just simply putting them in a healthy, uh, educative, no toxic studying environment, and guide them, teach them, and help them to learn how to build healthy connections. Healthy connections and how healthy interact in a different social situations, in a different social environments. That's what school should do, and I explained how. Okay, and the last question for today. 1 minute, I want to take a sip of water. Okay. Do you believe ordinary people can inspire others as much as the famous figures? Uh, as I want to give you a very good quote. Quote not from me, but from J.J.R. Tolkien, or if be precise, the Gandalf. The Gandalf quote, the quote that he says to the Galadriel in a Hobbit movie. And what Gandalf said. Gandalf said, Galadriel asked him. He's been talking with Galadriel in a Lothlorien, and she asked him, Gandalf, why the halfling? Why you choose the halfling to help you? Because he's just halfling. He's not a famous wizard. He's not a very well fighter. He's just an ordinary person, a halfling, a simple person, ordinary folk. So Galadriel asked him, Gandalf, why you choose him? And Gandalf answered that, Galadriel, Saruman thinks that this is only great power. This is Saruman thinks that the great power, the only one force that can keep the darkness at bay, or this is the only great power that can be compared, that can be uh, 1 minute, that can oppose, yes, that can oppose the great evil. But I found, but I found another way. But I found another things. I found it in another way that this is not a great power that keeps darkness at bay. This is the deeds of this is simple deeds of ordinary folk. The simple act, the simple act, the simple acts.
Act, act,
1 minute.
act,
Act. The simple acts of kindness, the simple acts of everyday kindness and everyday good simple deeds of ordinary folks that keeps darkness at bay. And that's what Gandalf found. That's what J.J.R. Tolkien said to us, that it is not a great power that keeps darkness at bay. This is just common daily good deeds of ordinary folks that keep the darkness at bay. Yes. So this is actually the what J.J.R. Tolkien think about that, and I tend to think and I tend to looking up for wisdom to J.J.R. Tolkien because I absolutely agree with him that this is the simple deeds of ordinary folk that gets our lives better and help us to become better, and just this is how it is. I think I answered on the question. Yes. Do you believe ordinary people can inspire others as much as famous figures? Yes. And by this example, by this quote that I give you about ordinary folk, about the good deeds of ordinary folk, I've been I just explained that just a simple ordinary man who who has virtue, who has integrity, and who choose a simple but honest and how to say it, who choose simple but honest and life with virtue. Yes, honest, virtuous, but who choose the honest, virtuous life with integrity inspire much more than some famous one who probably just a bad person. Yes. So for me, a simple man who choose to be good, who choose to bring something good in this world, who choose to be polite, for example, and choose to be well-hearted and bring something good to this world, much more yeah, inspire me much more, and I how to say, not inspire, gets my affirmation, and I respect him much more and looking up to him much more than I will just for some random famous figure that I don't know what values of this figure is. Yes, this is my answer. And also another quote from J.J.R. Tolkien is that there is nothing shameful just in enjoying. There is nothing shameful in enjoying a simple life. There is nothing shameful in living a simple life, but with integrity and vir- virtual virtuosity. Yes, virtuosity,
Virtuous.
virtuous, virtuous,
Virtuous.
virtuous. Yes, virtuous noun with virtue. Yes, virtue. We living just simple life with virtue and integrity and a good values and bringing something good to this world. Yes, making this world better. For me, it's much more inspiring than just fame or something like that. Yes. And this was my answer on this question. And this was the last question for today. And this was the last speaking practice video in English. In this week, yes, the next week I'm gonna learn in Polish language and I'm gonna record in speaking practice in the Polish language. And if you are watching me, if by chance someone watching me, and I don't know I don't know what I wanted to say even. Just that if you don't understand English, if you don't understand Polish, or if you are not learning Polish, so there is no need for you to even click on the speaking practice video in Polish. But if you like watching videos in English, so just keep watching. Yes, and I could even encourage you. Uh, as you know, as from the topics that we discussed today, I can give you an example. Yes, uh, how to practice your English language, how you practice your speaking English by yourself. You don't need no speaking partner, no teacher. You need just microphone, ChatGPT, and simply talk and record it. I record these videos by OBS Studio, and OBS Studio is a free software. It's a free software, very easy to use, very intuitive, and there is nothing difficult. Yes, if you are sitting now at home, all that you need is a simple microphone, OBS Studio, and desire to do it. Or of course, internet connection also. Yes, in order to ask ChatGPT for help. Yes. Um, very simple practice to execute, and very helpful and very helpful. Yes. So this is my inspiration to you. If you don't have speaking partner, or if you think your English not good enough to talk to other people yet, just practice with yourself and do it in an interesting way, as I do, by recording speaking practice video. You could even post it on YouTube. No one forbids you to do it. Yes, you're doing it just for you, for your own practices, and I think if 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 ever if no no if anyone will accidentally stumble on your video, they wouldn't be posting any negatives or putting you dislikes, or you know telling you that this is not a good way to do something on YouTube. No, probably they simply wouldn't watch it at all. But if they will watch it, they will understand what you are doing, that you are practicing, that this is a speaking practice, and probably you even get some likes on your videos. So no negatives, no shortcomings from it, only positive results. Yes. So thank you for watching. I've been talking for 52 minutes. It's a good result for a speaking practice video. And see you in the next week, in the Polish speaking practice videos. Goodbye, and see you in the next week.